Alright, mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Test, test. Hello, hello. Hello. Hello, hello, questing for glory! How you guys doing? Hope you all well. This is a video game. You might have heard of it before. It's called Final Fantasy IV. This is, by the way, my first time ever running officially for this event, which is funny, but, you know. I have a big history with this game. I used to run this like 10 years ago. Believe that? Jeez. 10 years ago. And I recently went back because there was a bunch of updates from smart people who figured out how to save seconds here and seconds there. Which also means that the run has become a bit tighter than it used to be. Which is definitely an experience for me to learn about. But I'm gonna take you on a journey with me today, hopefully successfully. The final boss is a thing in this category. I'll be running any percent no 64, which basically means we're not using the so-called 64 door / stair glitch, which would make us preemptively or able to preemptively finish the game. Right, without further ado, I guess High Spirits is ready to start the timer. I'll count you down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Alrighty, so we're gonna have a bit of a slow start. The intro is quite long for this game. We're gonna get introduced to our main character Cecil, who's flying around with his airship for the Kingdom of Baron. Just got off a mission where they retrieved a crystal. Yes. Totally did not take it by force. This isn't free enterprise. Yeah, it's the actual game. Believe it or not. Yeah, they went to Mysidia, they wanted the crystal there, and they kinda, you know, well, stuff happened, as we see here in this flashback. Not the nicest people, and Cecil is wondering why the King of Baron has him, like, retrieve all these crystals and do it this way. I'm pondering that for a while now. They did make a whole video game based off Free Enterprise. Quite fascinating. And with that, we get thrown into the tutorial battles, where we can do nothing but watch as Cecil throws some stuff around. Now, there's a chance in these we are going to get 2 battles here. There's a chance that we get attacked or not. It's based off, like, frame stuff and what buttons you hold and all that good stuff. Ah, miss. I'll take a miss. Saves frames. So I'm not worrying about it too much. If you're actually, like, competitive, like really competitive, you would like try to like dodge like them attacking you at all. I know 64 is basically, we are not using the 64 door / stair glitch, which would enable us to preemptively finish the game 2 hours in roughly by doing some, well, walking up and down stairs. Is B right down? Okay. See, I've been trying all kinds of stuff to skip that attack. To no avail. Is that documented somewhere? Like, usually stuff for this game, I mean, this is a classic, right? There's like a gigantic amount of documentation for almost all of the speed stuff and lore. It's, in fact, so much that, like, I didn't even read all of it. Yeah, we hand over the crystal and then we actually confront the king and ask, why? Why did we have to do this? The king's like, I'm gonna strip your command over the Red Wings, which is like the airship fleet, and then we're gonna get sent on an errand with our buddy Kane here tomorrow. King gave us a package that we have to deliver. I'm sure it's not gonna blow up. Eh. Alright, well, starting out here, we're gonna collect the 10 that we will use for a glitch, and then we'll just keep walking through the castle to our bedroom. Not much is happening here. We're gonna get an introduction to Rosa, our girlfriend. Wants to talk to us, but we're just kind of like in a bad mood, so like we want to go to bed. We also meet the airship engineer, Sid, who we tell, well, we command over the Red Wings got stripped, and he's like, what? Who will command my ships that I made? I want you to do it. And runs off and probably will try to convince the king to give it back to me, but you have to leave anyway. I'm gonna take one extra step here. So there's a little thing I did before the run started to set up the encounter seed that I'm starting on. And it is important that I take one extra step here, otherwise I would get an encounter when I step outside. I've set it up to be on seed 92. There's 255 seeds, encounter seeds in this game. They basically cycle through. And what you can do, it depends what seed you get at the start when you load a save file or start the game. It's based on when you press the A button at the very start to advance the title screen, on what frame you press it. And if you do it on the very correct frame with some pre-setup that I've of course done, and it's a bit involved, tough to explain, you can get a seed for the start of the game where you can get 0 encounters in the first dungeon. It's very helpful. And thus, we're off with our buddy Kane to deliver the package to the Village of Mist. No strings attached. It means we hate the Nintendo 64. I'm gonna go with that from now on. Please rise for the national anthem, yeah. It's an iconic song for sure. It means there's a glitch called the 64 stare at door glitch, which is not allowed in this category. You could preemptively finish the game 2 hours in by using that. Why is Baron seeking the crystals? That's a good question. We are asking ourselves that question. Why do the monsters keep increasing? Who knows? It's a mystery. 10 years now, yeah? Yeah. At least a decade. It's been known even longer. Like, TAS has done it way ahead of RTA. This game is old. Alright, not much to do here. You can switch sprites, which you're going to see me do because it's kind of a tick. Now, one interesting thing is that if you're on a Chocobo Underworld map, you don't actually advance your step counter, which is very cool because that means less encounters. If we've done everything correctly, The free setup I've done. I'm not gonna get an encounter here. Beautiful. Leave now. Is it a monster? Alright, time for our tutorial boss. The Mist Dragon. Or D-Mist. Very simple boss, you basically only have the option to attack and jump. Not much more you can do here. Just gotta whittle him down. There's one gimmick here on the boss that it's gonna transform now, and I will not be able to attack it during that time. Sweet. Perfect timing. So you saw me move like some stuff around there. I'm sure it was all intended and on purpose. I didn't see how my damage rolls were actually. That's alright. I can probably hold the button now. Oh, pretty decent. If you attack the dragon while it's in mist form, it will counterattack you with cold mist. Alright, I'm gonna have to do a little menuing here. Gonna unequip this. Don't pay attention to any of the 5 iron shields or anything. It's fine. Alright. Reset the game. So, what I did here basically with the tent that I picked up in Baron earlier. While I was walking left, I basically immediately menued and used the tent, which shifts me to the left on the world map and enables me to, while I go onto the town of Mists, and then basically buffer another input save and then walk over to get into the town, which I'm not supposed to yet, and pick up some very nice items along the way, preemptively. And another thing I did in the fight, if you saw me like move around my stuff there, I basically duped my iron shield on Kane. I had 65,000 iron shields for sale for the good guy in the shop, and yeah, he took all of them, and now we're rich. The way it works is, like, basically, you take an empty slot that is not, like, the first empty slot in your inventory. You put your desired equipment piece in there. Then you select that slot where the iron shield came from, go back to the first slot you selected initially, and it will underflow your hand. And that way you can create magic numbers of items. Sadly, it only works for weapons and shields, but it's still pretty good. In other news, the package did blow up. Dang. Turns out the dragon was an eidolon, or a summon, that was bound to the little girl's mom here, and since we killed the dragon, well, she kind of died. Unfortunate. I'm gonna move my inventory a bit around. Fists. And she got mad. Summoned Titan. She had that. Destroyed the entire village. That was the king's goal initially. We did kind of talk to Kane while all this was going on, and was like, we have to do something against Baron. We have to deflect, and he was like, yeah, we should do that. Problem is, now after the quake, Kane's gone. All right, I'm gonna have to focus a little bit because I'm gonna attempt to do a step route here. So depending on, oh baby, that's probably bad if I remember correctly. There's one good seed in here. Alright, so I'm gonna have to pay attention to where exactly I get encounters in order to determine what seed I'm on currently. So I can make use of taking extra steps in a couple places to skip encounters later. Yeah, this doesn't look so good seed-wise, but that's not really a big deal. Right, well, we saved the little girl though, because you know we felt bad about burning down the entire village, and they come looking for us, so now we have to protect her. It's basically just another mini boss fight. Nothing much you can do here outside of attacking. I'm gonna try to employ a technique called run buffering here, where you bring up the can't run menu to hold everyone's ATB. Wow, okay. And that way the enemy is getting less ATB compared to you just holding down the attack button, which means I get more turns, ideally. It's a bit random in this fight specifically how many turns they get though. Their starting ATB is very random, but it was decent enough. Alright, and now the baby is joining our party. Hey, hey! But how strong could she possibly be? I mean... Now the good thing is, since I got into Miss preemptively, I have a couple of things that I can put on her, like the tiara for instance, that is way too powerful for like where I am right now. That will protect her quite nicely. My girlfriend! No, she followed me, and now she has a fever. Don't leave me, Cecil. I'll see ya later. Very important, we want to go out to the right here to save a step. Puts us on the right of town. Gonna assume this is bad. Not necessarily. Alright. Sweet. Still looking for my seed. Okay. We meet this nice young man here, Tella. He's a sage. And he needs to get through this cave as well. And that's why he joins up with us. His daughter ran off with some hooligan bard. Hopefully he's not spoony. Well, this is bad. We are going to have a bad seed either way. Surprise attacks are very bad, because you get attacked. Oh god, this seed is awful. Okay, should probably get one more encounter, yeah. Strike first, we take those. Twin seed alert! Ah, of course. Amazing. Alright! Fantastic. This is the first time I got a twin seed. That's fun. So basically what that means is the seeds are exactly the same up until this point. They will be different after this point, which, like, there's like, what, 3 of those, maybe? Either way, I'm gonna have to take 60 extra steps now in this safe room here in order to skip some encounters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we'll see what happens now, and then we know what seat we're on. It is 176, which is a bad seed. Sadness. I hope I'm not having to take extra steps here. I don't. Alright, well, we got our seats set, so every now and then in specific spots I'm gonna have to take the extra steps to save some time. But for now we get to move on. There is a fantastic website that helps you quite a bit with figuring out your seat on the fly. Hold on, 32, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Excellent. Feel free to link up your website that has all of the information and more that one could possibly want about this game speedrun. It is quite a doozy, but there's a very handy tool on there called Seed Finder, which has nice pictures, and you just have to pay attention and do stuff on that, and can easily figure out what seed you're on. Alright, well, time for the first real boss. It's Octomom! Nice crits. Now, I did buy in Miss Dancing Daggers, but only Rydia can equip them. Dancing Daggers are nice because they can be used in battle. And for this point in the game, they deal quite the high amount of damage. Oh my god, okay. Keep on doing that. Now what we don't want to see happen, Mr. Octo, yeah, exactly, we don't want him to attack our baby. The baby, while having the tiara, she's still vulnerable to dying because she's level 1. We would very much like for her not to die. Stop the old guy. So I'm stopping Tella because basically I should have. After a certain point, Tella's turns are only gonna waste time, really. I'm not going safe. We're going all in, obviously. That should be... Nope, it's not. Good job! So yeah, if you attack Octomom a certain amount of times, he will start losing, or she will start losing tentacles, and then slow down. I actually slow down. Wow! 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 I've had very good damage rolls there. Alright, I did a small thing here. I basically started a dupe on Tella and then didn't finish it, which still means he gets 2 change rods instead of 1. Very handy, very handy. Oh no! We're too late! That's okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Optional, yes. Alright. I'm actually not sure if I guess I was on the right. Yeah. Scoundrel! The spoony bard! Oh, I spoiled it. You swindler! Please listen. One thing you can do is pause the game here. This pause is actually the in-game timer. He set the thing! But yeah, it plays out. As long as there's text boxes, like, you can do this. This is important for the category that does use the 64 door glitch, actually. Because the in-game timer is actually important in that one, but just wanted to show it off. We don't need it. There are 256 seeds. And they're all bad! No, like, some of them are good. We have a bad one right now, though. Right then, so, Tella thought that Edward here was just a bard, but he was actually the Prince of Damsian here, which got raided, and Anna heroically saved Edward by getting in front of him. Getting fatally injured in the process, though. Which is why Edward is very sad right now. Tella, of course, very mad. Gonna try to find the one who's responsible for this, which is Golbez, as we hear. Interesting name, if you ask me. I'm sure he won't come up at any point later in the game. But yeah, Tella basically is so furious that he just goes on his own. Doesn't want any help whatsoever. But we still have a girlfriend to save. Which means we gotta get a Sand Ruby in this version of the game to cure her desert fever, and Edward knows exactly where that is, and will lend us his hovercrafts. Also joins the party. Which, I mean, casually, I mean, could do without him. However, since we do have dancing daggers, and he can equip them, he's quite handy, actually, for the early game. Alright. The Antlion Cave. Okay, though, antlions are docile. We're looking to be on track stepwise, I think. Should be here. Yeah, perfect. Neat. Yeah, so once you figured out your seat, by the way, which I did, you can see every encounter you get in the entire run. Provided you don't take any extra steps anywhere, of course. Very handy dandy. Okay, good. I don't think we're getting another one before the boss. I suppose there's a boss here. No! I should some stuff, but didn't see the damage roll. So Antlion has 1000 HP and can't really do anything, honestly. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna periodically start to move my stuff down that I don't need anymore. Because FF4's inventory is pretty bad. So like in modern RPGs you can just immediately trash or like throw away items, easy peasy. In this game, it's not that easy. Selling stuff takes a little bit. We love back attacks. Selling items like takes a little while. Trashing them also, you have a trash can in your inventory specifically to trash items, but using it manually takes quite a bit of time. So what I'm gonna do instead is like during battle, whenever I have downtime, I'm gonna try to move my items down that I don't need anymore. Oh my god. We do love back attacks and surprise attacks though. This is kind of like the main time loss of the game, really. Back and surprise attacks can like cost you a gigantic amount of time. Not because like they do add time by themselves, obviously, just because all enemies get to attack, but that's exactly the biggest problem with it. You might have to heal, which also takes extra time. And that's specifically later, that's gonna be an interesting ordeal. Heh. Heh. That one was unintentional. Alright, for now, we got to relax a bit though. Hovercraft, of course, also doesn't increase your step counter, fortunately. If you use the free Enterprise, by the way, this will definitely feel very wrong because this game is very slow. We have finally reached back to Rosa, and we can finally give it a Sand Ruby, which cures the Sand Fever, or Desert Fever. Fantastic stuff. Oh yeah, it's really slow, isn't it? Yeah, I forgot about that, actually. The PR's hovercraft is really, really slow. For some reason. But yeah, we tell Rosa all about what happened to us, and she decides, I'm of course going to come along with you. Obviously. At night, Edward mourns a little bit more for Anna. But he didn't account for the water hag! Haha! This kind of a notorious battle, especially if you're familiar with the history of this speedrun. This water hag used to be quite the issue for speedrunners because you could die here. However, since then figured out a couple of things, well, for starters, we don't use a heart, we use the Dancing Dagger, which has a higher hit rate. Great. And the slots that your party members are in do also matter for your hit rates, and all that kind of stuff. So, putting Edward in the middle, which is effectively the first slot, means he has the highest possible chance to hit, and he can't miss. You only have to hit the water hag 3 times to win this battle. But if you don't have him in slot 1 and he has a harp equipped, there's a good chance you miss the water hack, and that doesn't count. So the water hack keeps just attacking you, and you can die here. It is possible. I've seen it. Heard of it. Would never happen to me, though. Nuh-uh. Right, so our mission now is to warn as many kingdoms as possible that have a crystal of an element that they should fortify, because the Red Wings are coming. Smiley face. And the next kingdom we can warn is the kingdom of Fabul, which will be our next destination. I should save here. Please save the video game. We saved the video game. I'm gonna have to like actually manually remind myself to save the game, because normally you would not save the game during a speedrun. It's kind of, if something bad happens, you just reset. Really, this run is not too long. It's like a 3-hour run, right? So you don't mind too much if you have to reset, but. So quickly gonna teach Rydia some fire, which she was afraid of like 10 seconds ago, but she gets over it. You know, she is 4 years old. I mean, easy. Alright. Please do not back attack me. I had to say it, didn't I? Okay, good. Bless you. True. That looks good enough to me. I'm probably gonna get deceived. So you can actually do nothing in this battle. But there's also a nice section on the website that was linked earlier that covers this battle, because what you can do is, if you identify the damage rules in this battle, this fight can take up to from 2 to 5 turns, I believe. 2 is like a unicorn, never before seen actually. 3 is good. If you pause at certain points, hold on, do stuff, then you can actually influence it to get a different outcome if you know it's a bad one. So the first phase of Mob Bomb here has 800 HP, please hit for 4. Okay, perfect. And she's gonna blow up. Now if I was on a 1.0 version of this game, I would actually have to time this kick perfectly, but since I'm not, I don't. I don't think I got the right input there. I sure didn't. That's not good. We want to kill the gray bombs as fast as possible before they kill my baby! Don't kill my baby! Okay. Okay. Nice. Alright, the rest should be... I should have probably thrown the dancing dagger with her. Ow! Excuse you! 114? In what world? Yeah. She's not in the middle slot, so her accuracy is not 100%. Alright, perfect. Not bad. This fight can go south really fast, like if you get certain party members killed at the wrong times. It's very hard to die here, but you can put yourself in an interesting spot. Fortunately, nothing terrible happened. And the good karate man Yang from Fabul, who was just training up here, will join us. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is kind of an outlier. Normally in dungeons you wouldn't do this. But in some specific cases, because encounter rates are not the same everywhere, right? In some specific cases, it can benefit you to take extra steps for certain step routes in encounter areas, so you don't get more encounters later. Perfect. Which also means we're going to have a walk from here to Fabul without an encounter. I don't think I have ever had that on a seed, but here we are. Good stuff. This is also a very good point to save to a video game. No reason really. Huh. I picked a good one, honestly. This is a great seed because it has extra steps everywhere. Anyway, we're here. We report to the king of Fabul, and we will help him defend against the Red Wings. Which of course means we leave the girls to heal in the background. They would just be too helpful in actual battles. We can't have that. Alright, this is what we call the Fabul Gauntlet, and hoo boy, can this be fun. Alright. This is good. Okay, that's fine. So this fight specifically is actually really dangerous because the general will tell the fighters to attack, and they are pretty beefy. Like, if they hit Edward too often, he can die very easily, and he's my main damage dealer. The biggest problem with Yang and Cecil right now is they don't do a lot of damage. You know, they're supposed to be the physical attackers. Since I didn't actually like fight any encounters or anything like that, my level is relatively low. So they don't actually get any multipliers and are pretty weak. Ow. Leave my Edward alone. Cecil. Yeah, I need to move the staff and Dreamer. Okay, we got the dancing dagger in before they attack, that's good. Ow! Don't do it. God damn it! Sorry. Ah! Okay, well, we at least killed them before. Oh, I didn't want to attack there. My bad. The biggest issue with Edward getting hit is, like, I mean, obviously, outside of like him being my biggest damage dealer, is if Edward gets into critical HP in non-boss fights, he will start automatically hiding. Now you do hear the boss music. Unfortunately, these are not boss fights though. Which is a bit of a problem if he gets too low HP. Really? Okay. You don't have to demonstrate, game. I'm sure they believe me. Come on, Cecil, please. Alright, one more fight, and then we're through though. Getting through is already a victory. This was a pretty bad gauntlet though. Alright, sweet. Ooh, yeah. Oh. Alright, well, we'll through. That's all that matters. And it's Kane, finally. However, he's on the wrong side. Kane? What are you doing? Okay. That is, I think, perfectly enough. I'm not sure anymore, but that's very close. You want to get into critical to skip some dialogue here, and we kind of did that. I'm not sure what the number is there anymore, but 64 seems very close. I thought this was no 64 streamer! Aw, man. My bad. My bad. I find out Kane is working with Golbez, who, for some reason is collecting the crystals. He doesn't quite want to tell us why. Just yet. But he sure ate up Rosa. Heh. Taking Rosa hostage. Because he realizes that Kane, does like Rosa as well. Alright. Now that Rosa got taken, our baby has to be the cheerleader here and be like, hey, we can rescue her! And the 3 grown men are gonna be like, yeah, well, okay, you are right, 4-year-old. You are correct. Let's go. And as a reward, I'm gonna unequip her tiara. No reason, really. Just feel like it. Alright, I wanna take very specific steps here. Now, this area is one of the first... It's not really tricky ones, but you can take extra steps compared to, like, an optimal, like, stepping here. In this case, I do have to take the extra steps. All of them. And more! So, like, basically, as a rule of thumb, whenever you see stairs, that won't increase your step counter. Like, if you step onto a stair, like, that generally does not, or like, carpet, for instance, here. Those do not increase your steps. Anything else, like, will probably count. Alright, speaking of counting, you're excited, because this is another high number. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. That was 68 steps. You do enjoy those. The worst I've ever done is 120, though. But yeah, but basically, almost every, as a rule of thumb, this is not always true, but like cracks, stairs, and the carpets do not increase your step counter, while normal tiles do. And then there's areas like a Chocobo Forest, for instance, where none of the tiles increase step counter. That was technically math, yes. This run is not no math, it's just no 64. It is a bit strange, like how the game does it, but I mean, once you figured out the pattern, You can work around it. Pillar tiles. Oh, you mean hiding behind pillars? Yeah, that's gonna be... I'm gonna mention that when we get there. Alright, taking a boat ride to get to Baron to confront Golbez, but what is this? Leviathan! It's not Leviathan, it's Leviathan. He big. Why did you jump off, Rydia? That's pushing. Edward does the only smart thing. Like, hugging the floor. Very smart. And as a result... we're gonna be all alone. Oh no. Where are we exactly? Well, don't you worry. We got to a safe space here. It's the town we raided at the very, very first second of the game. It's Mysidia. I'm sure they'll like me here. Well, they sold me equipment. That's good enough for me. Alright, and we're gonna ask the Elder here to help us out. And he's like, well, boy, you're Dark Knights. Dark Knights, not cool. You should become a Paladin. Mount Ordeals can help. And, he sends two very experienced mages with us, to escort us. Palom and Porom, which are white and black mage, respectively. Bad mashing. Feels bad. They're actually quite good, even though they are also just 4 years old. They are pretty good mages. They don't have a lot of HP, but they do get a bunch of useful spells pretty early. More babies. Alright, well. For now, it's off to Mount Ordeals to become a Paladin. So we can actually fight the Dark Golbez. Am I supposed to get an encounter? Right around here-ish. Right? 70? Somewhere here. Yeah. You see, actually this would be really... oh god. Perfect setup. Doesn't matter though. And instead of a wall of ice, like on the other mountain, there is a wall of fire here. But fortunately, ice works against fire in this instance. Because... yes. How? Oh boy. We're gonna have a bunch of encounters before the boss in this dungeon. Meanwhile, in the Justice League headquarters, I mean, what? Bulba summons, what is called an elemental archfiend to him. Scarmiglione! Or Mylon, you know, in this translation. And, he asks him politely to, stop us. I'm sure he can handle us. Alright, so you really don't like to see a lot of encounters here, but we are going to have quite a few, which is unfortunate. Fortunately, on our way here, we meet Tella. He's been spending his time also looking for some more firepower. In order to defeat Golbez, he's looking for how the ancient Meteor magic, also known as meatball magic, or meteor, depends how you look at it. And yeah, after his initial grief, he will join up with us again in order to stop Golbez. Alright, so we're going to have 5 more encounters before the boss. But it's important because I want a menu just before the boss. Those are all a doozy. Surprise! These are worse than normal, because the soul type enemies do cast fire, which takes even longer than if they were to attack naturally. Fortunately, this wasn't like the worst formation possible. One more. Is. Alright, this is the last encounter, and after... Save me! You're gonna make me revive him, aren't you? No. Good. Alright, so it's time to put on all the stuff I bought earlier, and all that good stuff. First of all, while I'm here, I do need to heal these two. Might as well heal this guy. Gaia, silver. Change rod, Gaia, silver. You also get a change rod. Gaia, silver. Alright, the Gaia gear basically, it's outside of being more defense, will increase my magic multipliers, like, and the change rod of course as well. But Mylon's here. Oh no. And he brought his zombies. Now zombies, fortunately, since they are undead, classic staple in FF, you can just like heal them to death, which we're promptly going to do. If I timed this right, I'm gonna get a text box here after... I don't think I did. After I do this... Ah, I did! Fancy, that skips one attack. Amazing. 730. Okay. Mine is about 2100 HP. Uh-huh. Comets? I don't like comets. I hate comets. So we're mostly utilizing the twin cast magic here because it's if we get flare, it's pretty powerful single targets. Unfortunately, oh, that was good. I am shocked and appalled, actually. Nice. Hey, easy enough. I don't know what all the fuss was about. Didn't seem like a bad boss whatsoever. Ah, please. Alright, for the fans, we also have to do this. Okay. Oh, what is this? He's back! So, I made 2 of my characters pigs here because pigs cannot get poisoned, and otherwise there's really no detriment to being a pig outside of this. Not being able to cast spells. Which we don't really need to. Mylonzi here has 3000 HP. So we should be able to very handily go through that, hopefully. Also, since he's undead, same weakness as the guy earlier. Ah. No. Actually, leave the baby dead. It's fine. I don't need the baby. Really? Unfortunate. I would have liked to menu a bit more, but unfortunately, the Cure 2 didn't kill. Yeah, very straightforward boss. The worst thing you can do, because like every time a boss has dialogue in this game, like the text speed gets slowed down to 2-3, which also means text boxes like can't run, and like status effects are very, very slow, like poison, for instance. And if that happens, you lose quite a bit of time. Unfortunate. But we made it all the way to the top. We find a sword. And ta-da! That's how easy it is, guys. If you ever want to become a paladin, just find a sword. Comes with a completely new attire as well. Alright, but we gotta prove that we're righteous, which means I'm gonna throw a bunch of daggers at my copy. So what you're supposed to do in this battle... Oh my? Hold up. You're supposed to just wait it out. No! No, 3 daggers. This guy only has 1000 HP though. So you can easily, well, at least with dancing daggers, easily kill him before he wears you down. Which saves quite a bit of text. $4,000? Damn. Antella learned Meteo. Now the voice that guided us and tell us stuff here called us son. I wonder, I wonder. we are going to take an extra step here, which just means go straight. And that's it for now. Alright, so we're trotting down back. Now that we're a Paladin, we can finally hope to defeat Golbus with a power of light or something. Oh wow, only 2 encounters on the way down. Hashtag payoff. Okay. Scary! Alright. Let's grab us a chicken. Again, the chocobos do not increase the step count, fortunately. And they're fast, too. The LA in Mysidia is like, oh! Wow, you actually became a wow, I was just going to- no, never mind, you're the Paladin of Legend. This is fine. Okay, sure! Totally didn't send you off to die or anything like that. Hmm. And yeah, as a Paladin, we did have 600 HP, you may have seen that, but we are level 1, again. I don't know if that's the dream. I don't have the calculations, of course, but I actually kind of doubt that that would be the dream. Alright, so the twins were not supposed to come with us, but, you know, they kind of want to, and we're like, yeah, well, fine. 1, 2. You do love extra steps like that. 4, perfect. Skips 2 encounters, like, in my mind, like, amazing. It's probably just 1, but, you know, in my mind it's 2. Very good. Oh, it's Yang! He survived! But he doesn't remember us. Shucks. Owie. Got the guy has stuff now. Ugh! Made it. She does skip 2. Yay! Amazing. So I can actually attack this guy preemptively here, technically. After 2 text boxes, you can attack him with Cecil and the battle ends. But in theory, no. Depending on how long it takes for him to get you the first text box, you can attack him before. And it will still count. It turns out Yang had amnesia, and actually stranded in Baron for some reason, like completely other direction where we went. But you know, the good old frying pan on the head gave him his memory back, and now we got more party members. Yay! I do have a legendary mage in my party, and he is pretty good, actually, like, unironically. Now, fortunately, we were discussing just now how we get into the castle, but fortunately, every key door in this entire town and castle has the same key lock. And wouldn't you know it, Yang did get the key. Amazing. First things first, though, we're gonna need some equipment. Nothing fancy, but this is the first time we can buy some stuff for our physical attackers. Come back here! Very rude. In terms of armor, like the headband and karate increase. Hello? Thank you. Our attack power, actually. It's the first piece of gear that does that. We do have to take extra steps here too. Amazing. As you can tell, though, it's definitely well worth it to do the step running stuff. Like, I went through the entire room, for instance, without an encounter, which is pretty good. Sometimes it does feel like it wastes a bunch of time, but ultimately, if you execute it properly, you definitely save a lot of time by doing it. I think the game hurt me when I said saving a bunch of time, and it's like, nuh-uh. No. Not on my watch, you saving time. Alright. This first instance of us actually going out of our way. Hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Going out of our way to go into another room in order to take these extra steps. Which can happen from time to time. Alright. But now we're inside the castle, and I have to do a quick menu. Thank you. Don't mind his MP. This is fine. I didn't want to go to her. Headband. He needs his claws. Knew I should have moved the silver stuff. You here. You here. I'm basically also moving my characters. The biggest reason to move your characters into certain positions is agility. Depending on your formation and how your characters are leveled and sorted in there's a whole lot of factors that go into it. The biggest one being Cecil, actually, but we get to that later. Yeah, depending on how that's arranged, you can sometimes squeeze in an extra turn that you otherwise couldn't in certain fights. And we meet Baigen here, and they have 6 party members? That's not right! We only have 5 spaces in the party. What is that? Oh. So what I did in the menu earlier with the magic casting for Tella is I underflowed his MP. Because normally Tella can only have 90 MP. probably move stuff instead of doing anything here. But if you select the spell, if you select the spell that you can cast and then slide from one that you can cast in the menu, you can underflow the MP because you can trick the game into casting like a spell like Cure 4, which I did for instance again, even though I don't actually have the MP for it. And that enables him to cast Meteor, which is a pretty good spell. Pretty good spell. And the reason I killed the twins is another mechanic I haven't even talked about yet, but before that, I'm gonna talk about it after this fight. We got the next Elemental Archfiend. It is Kainazo. And this one's very straightforward as well. Telos got a bunch of really good spells, and we're going to be using Lit 3 here, and definitely 100% guaranteed one-shot this guy. 100% guaranteed! There is no damage roll here that could possibly not kill Kainazo. There you go. Kainazo has 4000 HP, easy every time. There is damage rolls that might not be enough, but this up, this down, this up. Alright, got a bit. Yeah. So the reason I killed the twins earlier, like outside of them being like effectively useless, of course, in the fights, is that experience does get shared in this game. So, but it's not. I'm not killing them off to level my actual party right now. Is the funny part. So every character we have that or had that used to be in our party, they basically got put into the back. They are technically somehow still there. Like Kain and Rosa, for instance. They still do get the experience that we get. So we do share, like, let's say we get 2000 XP and we have 3 people alive. We do share those 2000 XP between the 3 people that are alive. However, the people that are eventually going to rejoin us again, spoilers, like Kain and Rosa, they also get these 2000 XP, but they do get the 2000 XP flat. So the more characters you have dead, the bigger the XP is those characters get, which is kind of what the middle part of this run is about. Like, you want to kind of control your XP gain in a way where Kain will be a certain level when he rejoins. Oh no! We had 6 party members again. It was bound to happen. But it doesn't work. Alright, meanwhile, in the Justice League headquarters, Golbus is like, man, 2 Archfiends down, these guys are not as strong as advertised, and Kane's like, listen, I told you I can handle it, let me try. And he's like, yeah, well, fine, go ahead. And Kane's gonna make us get a crystal for him, because they still have Rosa, obviously. But yeah, at least he's going to try to. There is the Earth Crystal, which Golbus and Kane both have trouble getting, for a very specific reason. The reason is it's in Cave Magnus, and Cave Magnus, if you have anything equipped there with that is remotely like metal, so like, I don't know, like heavy armor, even a change rod actually, like, then you're paralyzed there. And because both of Golbus and Kane wear heavy armor, obviously, like, they can't get in there. So they're like, well, let's just make them do it. Easy. The spells can miss. It's true, they can. Like spells actually in this game can miss. It's a very fascinating thing. Like even curative spells. The most funny one being life. Oh boy, more extra steps. Alright, so we gotta go to Troya. Find out what's what with this crystal. Ah, that's the one. Sure hope you like counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yay! And there's Edwards! I mean, he must have actually, like, literally, there is a river here that goes all the way from there into here, actually. But, like, how he got here, woof. Rough journey. Yeah. He's basically Bedward right now, yeah. And we tell him, yeah, we want to go get the Earth Crystal to save Rosa and stuff, and we have to go to the cave, and he's like, we have to fight the Dark Elf, and he's like, Dark Elf? Take this with you. To undo the underflow on Tella, so I can cast Exit. So once you've done the MP underflow, you can't actually still cast any spells in the menu. So now we need to find a black chocobo. Hello, hello. Friend? Oh, I could've had him. Could've had him! There you go. Get over here. Right, so now anybody that has metal armor equipped or anything metal-ish will be paralyzed in battle here. I will demonstrate quickly. There you go. You saw only Sid is not paralyzed right now. If everybody is paralyzed in your party, you die! Because you can't run away. Oh, baby. I do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Fantastic. This is a particularly bad seed for extra steps, I will say. It doesn't have the extreme 120 that I've had before, but it's 50 plus everywhere. Alrighty. So in that safe room that I entered, my step counter does advance, but there is no encounters in there. Very helpful. And that should do it. Perfect. It's time to equip my friend here and give him the Iron Gauntlet. Remember, I removed that at the very, very start of the run from Kane, and this is what I did it for. Because we perish. Now this first fight is like just a scripted fight basically, that you lose anyway. But if everybody's paralyzed, you just instantly lose, which is faster than just looking at it. Alrighty. Edward, though, feels that we are in trouble, so he starts playing the harp. And since we have the twin harp, it will resonate. Well, actually, it's Echo Grass, and like it's just like a walkie-talkie, really, so the music's going through that, but... Translation. And it will rip the Dark Elf's powers, so we can actually have metal stuff equipped now. Okay. Get the run buffer in. Gonna kill off Sid here, same reason. Sid is not, spoilers, that important for anything, really. Ooh, that could be nice. So we don't want him to get XP and boost our Phantom Party's XP a little bit. That's Fortunately, the Dark Elf, I mean, he's weak to weak, which is basically, weak is a spell that puts enemies or yourself at single-digit HP. It's very, very handy. We'll use it later as well. But even if he wasn't, like, he's weak to Holy as well. We got the Legend Sword, so that wouldn't really be an issue, because Tella also has Berserk. Could just Berserk Cecil and it would be a reasonably quick fight. Okay. I don't need any choke. Wow! Hello, my friend! Oh, nice! Amazing. Absolutely no extra steps here, though. That's great. Now that we have the crystal, we bring it back to our friends here. Just to give it to Kane and Golbus, of course. I should save here. Not because it's dangerous, but I haven't saved in a while, and it's the right thing to do, eh? It is actually remotely dangerous, I guess, but... meh. So instead of just yoinking it off us, they tell us to come to their headquarters, which is the Tower of Zods. And we have to run through that dungeon first in order to give them the crystal, which, I mean, I guess fine by me. This place is not really, I mean, the enemies do spike slightly, in terms of difficulty, but if you've played the DS version specifically, you will love this place. Oh boy. In the DS version, this place is a fantastic thing. Like, the difficulty spike there is absolutely mad. It's already underflow. This guy's MP. Change arrows. Okay, and we are actually going to go out of our way to do a battle here with the Flame Dog. Because he has something that I want. Keep that here. Move that down. He has the Fire Sword. It's a pretty good weapon, actually. Up. And the main reason we're getting it is it's going to exploit a weakness of somebody later. It's also pretty strong. Definitely well worth the time getting it. Oh boy, that's not good. Yeah, I was afraid of that. This is the aforementioned, like I mentioned this an hour ago, roughly. Like, sometimes if you get back attacked, you just have to go and heal. This is like probably the worst offender though. Like this place in particular is like really, really bad because you do want some of your characters dead still. And your party is really weak right now. One more? Two more. The Steam version is a bit more reasonable, yes. It's still hefty, though. And coming up, not another elemental archfiend. No, it's my sisters. Hello. Fancy meeting you here. No. I didn't get the flank, but I did, kinda. A very simple strategy for these is cast Meteor, win the game. Cecil did not take enough damage. Rude. I should've just gone for it. It's fine. Well, their gimmick is like reflecting stuff, right? And if you don't kill the middle one, she will revive the other two if you kill them. Pretty good stuff, but you know. Alright, we hand over the Earth Crystal, but he betrayed us! Okay though, Tella will fight for us. This is one of the few times where you can actually take a quick break in the run too. Because this is autoplay. No way! Meatballs! We're going to do the Rosa strat. Try to, once, at least. Is this the only game in FF where you can die from MP exhaustion? Actually, no! In FF6, enemies do die if their MP pool is depleted. Viridia? Oh dear. Yeah, rest in peace, Tella. Fortunately, due to Tella's meteor, Kane was stripped from the control that Gobus had over him. We're just in time to save Rosa. Oh no, Kane is trustworthy now. He came to his senses. I'm a bit worried about the level, but we'll see. Alright. Let's get out of here. I should probably like heal a little bit though and stuff, right? And probably equip my new party members. Why did that blink? I'm gonna actually give Rosa just one head. One hat. There you go. Good stuff. We are level 18. Fantastic. Disaster inbound. It's not a disaster, but it's bad. We're in for the third Elemental Archfiend, Valvalis. Okay. Since I didn't get my level that I wanted, this is going to be a bit more annoying, but I think we are okay. Mostly. More annoying part here is that Kane will not do as much damage as I would like him to, but that's fine. I should have waited on Yang there. Offer spin, Kane, jump! Really? Alright. We gotta... The main strategy here is, since she can mostly only physically attack, so we want to keep Cecil healthy since he automatically covers like people in critical HP. Gong gong, I said Sid. Proud of you. Ah. Daggers into tornado. It all makes sense. Sure, attack. Knock yourself out. 10 damage. Surely it matters. Did Rosa just petrify? Oh dear. I knew it. I mean, on one hand, that's good. On the other hand, it could be bad. We'll see. So the main thing to worry about with levels now, Rosa doesn't really matter if she gets XP or not. She will get her time. I am mildly worried about Cecil getting too much experience. I'll explain why later. But there could be some issues there, potentially. We'll see! We shall see. For now, we're safe! And we find out that outside of the elemental crystals that are on the overworld, there is also dark crystals in the underworld. Yes, underground. In order to get there, we have to drill a big hole into the ground. How would one do that, exactly? Well, the easiest way to do that is to throw a key into a well, of course! Who wouldn't have thought of that? They will mind now. Just unlock the planet's basement. Hmm. One tile, please. Thank you. Hello. May I use your well? No reason. This is fine. But now we can go down. Unfortunately for us, the Red Wings are already here! How did they get here? And who are they fighting? Find out next time! And yeah, the part where I'm about to come up to would be the part where you start glitching out the game with the 64 door glitch. Which we're not going to do, because this category is clearly no 64. Alright, save your video game, streamer. Save your video game. Save the video game. Do it. I dare you. Alright, sweet. Amazing. Again, it's very hard for me to, like, normally, I don't save anywhere. Literally. It's very hard for me to remember. But yeah, we find out that the dwarfs here are actually fighting back, and they also have a crystal. And we of course offer to help out. Sid, first and foremost, would like to investigate the tanks that they use. Because he finds them fascinating and help, you know, make them better. But what is this? Something's coming out of the throne room. Or behind the throne room, rather. Huh. Oh no, the door's locked. The dolls are moving! We're Paladin. I mean, they can see we're a Paladin. It's fine. Alright, I have to focus for this fight a little bit. Bad ATB. Basically, the goal of the fight is to kill off two different colored dolls at the same time at the very end of the fight. If you kill off one color, it's gonna transform into what we call the big doll. It is a big doll, but Kane, you can do better. Additionally, I do want to set up a mute on my party here. Now, I set bad ATB at the start of the fight. It's random if Kane gets his turn passed or not. Fortunately, he didn't. Which means his jump is late the entire fight. Aha, my white mage! Oops. Not what I wanted to do, but it's okay. Ah, my monk! Alright, revive the white mage. Healer down! So the blue dolls have 1000 HP, the front ones have 300 only. Yeah, pretty poor fight, but got past it without a big transformation. And the reason I muted myself is coming up in the next fight. This next fight is more or less scripted. But we're gonna try to circumvent parts of the script, so to speak. Okay. Yump, my friends. Alright, don't mind me, I'm just going to do some inventory stuff. Now he's gonna cast Hold Gas here, which can't land. Normally it would paralyze me, but it can't land if I am muted, which is why I muted myself. Before has a bit of trouble to put two status effects on you simultaneously, depending on what they are. Looks good to me. And me. So Golbus has 3000 HP, and Kane was also supposed to die here, however, since we jumped at the right time. What a lad. Dude, really? God damn it. Okay, whatever. So that should have killed him, but Cecil decided to not be a good guy. I was gonna skip all this text. Golbus is weak to fire, which is the main reason we got the fire sword from the Flame Dog earlier. So Kane deals double damage to him. Perfect. Wasn't that supposed to be a fire sword on Cecil? Technically, yes, but you do have to do an extra menu to do the dupe, actually. Now I'm not a fan of that. Well, it depends on how your fights go, really, honestly. Like, how your step route is, what encounters you get, and all that stuff, honestly. Depends. But I do like not duping, and normally, like, if Cecil is not, like, as interesting as he was in that fight just now, the Legend Sword is more than enough to do enough damage there. Don't mind this. This is fine. The crystal totally there again, even though it just got stolen by hands. Don't pay attention to this. This is all part of, like, the actual game. I definitely did not just accidentally warp, and this happened. Alright. 2. I'm gonna have to focus here. So we're gonna have to walk through this castle and take a certain amount of steps. I'm gonna take a safe approach to this-ish. Up, left, vortex. Sorry, I'm not gonna talk much because this is kind of interesting. The main difficulty about this part is there's plenty of tiles that this way, huh? Do not increase your steps, actually. Okay. Alright. But there's tons of moving NPCs and all that nonsense that can get in your way, and then you take a misstep and it's all over. I'm gonna take it safe. I could have taken, like, optional, what's called optional steps, which, like, don't actually lose me time. This way... But I'm gonna instead... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take some extra steps here and call it good. It's easier for me, like, on the fly, to do that, rather than finagling around in all the rooms. Yeah, I highly recommend, like, if you are interested in step routes and stuff, like, there's a step route tutorial, you should take a look at Dwarf Castle. It's a nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare. This is about the right steps, I guess. Hey, I know this guy. Surprise! Now, we did pick up the Dwarf Axe, as you saw. I might as well revive Yang now as well, actually, while we're here. The Dwarf Axe has an interesting property, so it's back row okay, which means from the back row we're gonna do full damage. It's like a ranged weapon. But that's not the interesting part about it. The interesting part about it is it lowers your agility, actually. And why that's interesting is that in this game, like I've alluded to it before with Cecil being a certain level and whatnot, most of the turn orders and everything depends on Cecil entirely, because all of the ATB and whatnot and agility is always, like, in some way or form, like, relative to his agility. Like, sure, there's certain, like, if your numbers are high enough, like, it won't matter too much, right? But, like, it's always relative to Cecil. And slowing him down, funnily enough, actually gives the rest of your party, in most instances, more turns, which makes them faster? It's an interesting concept, really. It's a fascinating concept. And the best part about that little fact is that at this point, if I get a back attack with 3 or more enemies in it, I can actually just immediately run away from it without getting hit. That's the best part about the Dwarf X. Shoutouts to Rivers, who figured this out, actually. Like the Dwarf X part. Relative agility, I would argue, makes everything in this game weird. Like, I mean, Zeromus is very apparent because it's the final boss and the strats are very risque, but the other fights, like, if you're an experienced runner, are also pretty weird. Either way, story-wise, we're actually mounting an attack now. Because, you know, we tried to defend for 2 hours now, and it didn't work, so, like, I mean, might as well go for it now, eh? Pretty sure that's the actual reason, too. Ah, so here 2 enemies, they will get a turn. Unfortunate. Where am I? Medusa. That's the last one before the boss, right? Yes, okay. So I do have to equip Rydia, who came back at Golbez. Made her grand appearance there. We did collect a Strength Ring for Kane, which will boost his attack power, and most importantly, I'm gonna do a dupe here for a Cat Claw on my boy Yang. I think that's it, yeah. The Cat Claw is an interesting item because it increases your agility, which is not its only interesting property, it also increases your multipliers. Which will be demonstrated shortly. Now we leave Rosa dead for this, because it just works out with ATB. This is Dr. Luge. And he likes experiments. Not sure if that was good enough. Yes, if we get a level, then... yeah, I have to abandon. Ship here. If we get a level here, Cecil is high enough level and it has more, enough agility that you are not protected against back attacks anymore. So Kane didn't get the jump off early enough. If I had continued to fight as normal, Luge would have transformed, unfortunately. Okay, good damage. Let's wait on Kane's jump, just to be safe. Boing. My baby! How rude. Huh? That could be interesting. Not gonna be deadly, but it could be interesting. Watch. I'm not even sure if it's worth it to revive Rydia at this point, but probably. Cecil is not very strong anyway. Oops. I revived the wrong person, that's nice. Ah, I mean, sure. We take those. Wow, rude! Hello. Let's do that. That's fine. I had to improvise a little bit, but it worked out in the end. Yeah, it says I got a level. Which means we're not protected anymore from back attacks. Which also in return means I have to heal up now. Which in return means I will lose time. Hey! Do enjoy myself losing some time. Is there groups of 5 and 6 in this place? I don't think so. Somebody already looked ahead that I'm getting the 6-bat back attack. Alright, now we have the key to the main control room here in Babil. And we can stop them from attacking the dwarfs from this tower. Double, double. Oh, there's a single Chimera after them. It's always dangerous. Oh yeah, I didn't sort my inventory, obviously. Another big boss fight with 3 Dark Imps. And they are pretty easy to kill. Gotta move my cat claws up. Perfect. Everything's blowing up! No! Yang, what are you doing? Come back, you just got good with the cat claw. No! And he dies. So you would definitely do not hold up here. If you hold up, you can re-enter the room and then never get out. And it'd be GG. Ah, that's bad. That's 2 flames, I think, or blazes. Ow. Ow. What's coming after this guy? Ah, we should be fine, honestly. Ah, let's heal. It's a marathon. I think normally I wouldn't heal here, looking at this list, but... eh. This is one other nice thing about, like, a step route. You can look ahead what encounters you get and, like, decide if it's dangerous or not to, like, heal or not heal. This is a terrible seed, Murdo. It's been actually... for the fact that it is a bad seed, and I did take safety saves and everything, like, it's been going okay, but... not too good, but also not too bad, honestly. This is why we heal, eh? Me, no back attack. Disappointed now, that was the last one. So that's nice. A bit of a quiet time for a little bit. Tie Spirits, not turn off the commentary. I'll tell you, I let you in on a little secret as an athlete to questing for glory. Nobody outside of me has ever turned off the commentary command when there was no commentator. True story. I've had to do it every single time. There. I've unraveled all the secrets. Alright, we get out of the tower, and Golbus has a little trap for us. Fortunately, Sid's coming in with the airship and saves us just in the nick of time. They are on our hot pursuit, though. And Sid can't shake them. He has an idea, like, we want to go back to Baron to, like, improve our airship so we can get access to near the Tower of Babil on the overworld. But in order to get there, Sid will buy us some time by, well, blowing himself up. Damn. There's probably, like, I'm pretty sure Sid was supposed to be a party member here again. But then they decided against it because they needed to do something here. Anyway, Sid blocks the way out for the Red Wings so we can actually get safely to Baron. To upgrade our little airship. We do have to take 4 extra steps here. One, two. Amazing. Skipping 10 encounters at least. A Grey Rosa. I haven't had that one yet. But yeah, they will upgrade our airship. We are going to be able to pick up a hovercraft now. Once they're done. And put it on different places on the world map, which, like, effectively gives you access to 2 places. Like Eblin, which we need to go to, and then there's one side area where somebody wants a rat tail. But that's not of our concern for now, for this run. There's a route that actually concerns itself with that, but not this one. Book seats are the worst. I agree. Actually, I think they are fun. I changed my mind. Alright, let's see. Optional steps 2. Okay, that's it. You did actually look ahead. There's 6 bats here. Ha! Funny. Alright, so steps do count inside here. Which means I'm going to take an early step there. Perfect, that should do the trick. Alright, well, for now we just have to go through here. Accidental? Oh dear. I guess I can't stop it. if I take an extra step somewhere, I am going to be off the step route in a sense. However, there is a chance, depending on where I do it, that I can fix it before anything bad happens. The most likely outcome is going to be, like if I take an extra step somewhere I shouldn't, I'm gonna get one extra encounter, and my formations are going to be off by 1. Which is not the end of the world. But it depends on where it happens, really. Huh. See this young man here fighting the 4th elemental archfiend. The archfiend of fire. Was it flame? I will show you how. And then he glares at you, and you die. Funnily enough, fire attacks are actually pretty good against him, if he's in the right form. But yeah, Edge had no chance. He's the Prince of Eblan. And really, I just can't take it anymore. Too many people getting hurt and killed. So, we're gonna cure 2 him, and he's gonna be just fine and joining us. So, we did hear that the crystals they collected are here in this tower, and they want to do something with it in this tower. So, that's the reason why we're here now, and the reason why... Hold on. Yeah. Move my party for turn order and go. That's the reason why we're invading this way. Of course. This is exactly why I didn't unequip the Dwarf Axe. If I unequip the Dwarf Axe there, which, like, you kinda should, because you need to unequip it before the next boss anyways. Back attacks with 2 enemies will still get to attack you, unfortunately. Edge is pretty a ninja and pretty fast. Giving him 2 cat claws raises his agility so high that by that alone, like, most back attacks wouldn't actually be able to touch us at this point. The Dwarf Axe is just the bonus we need for the 2 enemy formations. Yeah, I like to leave it on anyways. Like, there's, generally speaking, even if the step route tells you to unequip the Dwarf Axe in that menu, there is, most of the time, there is an encounter with 2 there. And it will back attack you just know it. It's like... Yeah, I'm trying to, like, I mentioned that at the start of the run, I'm trying to do it to the music. Like, that's just the take I have, because I've been playing this game way too much in my life. How many more? 2 more after this. GGE! The next encounter is going to be 2 Grudgers. I can see the future. Nice back attack. Good thing I didn't unequip the Dwarf X yet. So I do want to unequip it for this next fight though, or before this next fight, because this next fight here, or fight in quotation marks, is scripted. And if you have the Dwarf X on, they are slow. I will bring you all down to the Hades. These are Edge's parents, and they are casting a whole bunch of fire. Oh. And miss, apparently. This fight is mostly... It's completely entirely scripted. I'm going to mostly be using it to move stuff in my inventory. Yeah, the whip's next. You can stay there. Elixir, there. Ah! Edge, listen. Listen, son. We are no longer human. Sag. This up, this down. Come on. This up, this down. Aye! No, please don't. Goodbye. And we want to put this back on. Very important. Alright. Things are mostly in order. So Luge transformed his parents to what they are now. Because Luge is a mad lad. And Rubicante himself is like, kinda like, that's kinda... Not cool. He's even so nice, like, he wants a fair fight and heals us before the fight starts here. Alright, it's gotta focus for this one. Blood. No, not call. Black. Go slow is fine. Boing. Bad damage. Classic Kane. Disappointing as always. I'll cast Shiva. You can cure this guy. You can cover her. Last one of this. So it's very precisely timed. Whenever his cloak is in front of him, he absorbs ice and water. So we try to precisely time the... Shoot! That's bad. That's my damage that I needed to kill him. Good cover. Good cover. Hopefully. This is experimental. Okay, it worked. This is fine. I should actually just attack with Kane here. I don't have anything to darts. Fantastic. He's gonna die. My guy's gonna get too much XP. Yeah. Very sad story. Kane is the main damage dealer here, but Unfortunately, you got glared at the end there. This could get interesting, ATB-wise, for the rest of the run. Should be fine, but it could definitely get very interesting. Because Cecil is definitely too high level. Like, I guarantee it. You got my word. I think... Did he not get 22? No, okay. Oof. Okay, that's okay. 21 is fine. I was like worried about 22, I'm not gonna lie to you. It was certainly going that way. 22 would be an issue. 21 is fine. Alright. Yeah, we beat Ruby Conte. We finally were able to get the crystals into... No, there's a pitfall. GG. Shame. Could have won the game right there. Unfortunate. No 64 means that we're not using a glitch called the 64 door glitch, which would enable us to have finished the game 20 minutes ago by doing some very funny stuff. Like running through the game's memory and all that good stuff. Taking straight to the moon. Yeah, I guess. Alright, well, we're at the bottom of Babil now, and we find an airship. This is not a very good airship, though. It can't fly over lava. But for now, we have to retreat, unfortunately, since we couldn't get our hands on the crystals. And this is kind of an open part of the game, honestly, like, if you don't know where to go to. How many steps? 4. Because, I mean, there's only so many places you can go at this point because you can't get over the lava, but... You knowing that you have to go here is, like, nowhere, like, mentioned at all. Might be in a Japanese translation. Not sure, but here we are. Sid survived! For some reason! And he can make our airship better. So that we can fly over lava. Now, since we couldn't, like, steal all the crystals from Golbez, there is only one left. One crystal. And that one's in the sealed cave. To the west here. Now our goal right now will be to snatch that crystal so he can't complete whatever he's trying to plan. Walk to the whale. I need to save my video game, actually. Save your video game, streamer. This time it will be different. Yep. Now, if you do remember, I accidentally warped earlier when we were in Dwarf Castle, and I stole a Darkness Crystal that I'm not really supposed to have. That's exactly the item we are actually supposed to retrieve. So, what that means is that we get to actually skip the entire Sealed Gate Cave. Very nice. I still have this on? Yeah, I want to keep that on. To that. Cast exits. What the? I planked. Twice! I'm a genius. Alright, save my game. Let's just randomly save the game, because I haven't done that in a while again. Boy, howdy would it be terrible, though, if I would get betrayed right about now. That sure would be terrible. So pretend we went all the way down and got the Darkness Crystal. And now Golbus is kinda re-establishing his control over Kain. Unfortunate. Who could have seen that coming? And we also find out that the way to the moon is what they want to open for some reason. And with that last crystal, they are going to be able to... Well, shucks, I guess we lost the video game now. It's over! The bad guys win! But wait. What if we got to the moon? There was this legend about whales and stuff, and dragons, and paladins. But we gotta get back to the overworld, and our airship can't do that right now. Because Sid blocked the exit, remember? So now, Sid will have to attach a drill to the airship so we can get back to the surface. And go back to Mysidia and figure out if this legend is actually true that we heard earlier. This is the theme song of hour 2.5 about. You get this exactly 3 times in that time frame. Sid! I'm just noticing. Alright. Well, Sid did all he could. He's exhausted now, and he needs to sleep some more. I understand, because in 5 minutes he repaired or made adjustments to our airship twice. That's pretty harsh. A lot of work. Alright, off to Mysidia. Okay. And in Mysidia, it turns out they've already been waiting for us. In case you forgot about it, here's the legend again. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna pray really hard. Pray really, really hard. In order to find our way to the moon. I will issue a warning though, there's going to be some flashing lights here. If you are sensitive to that, you might want to look away for a minute or two now. They were not very nice about that, unfortunately. I will tell you when it's safe again. through prayer, we did summon the Lunar Whale. Now available in your online store for $29.99. Could be your mount if you want to. Anyway. It's safe again. Flashing lights are mostly over. Mostly. Now it's safe again. Right on. We're going to the moon! Unfortunately, this is not free enterprise, so we do have to actually land very, very far outside here in order to get where we need to go to. So, I'm noticing that Golbus and Kane are not here yet. Apparently. Weird. With the Dwarf X equipped and the Cat Claws, we are fine on all of the encounters here, no matter what level we are, fortunately. We get to this giant palace here. Somebody welcomes us. It's gigantic beard. Interesting. So this is Fusoya, Lunarian Guardian. He just watches over all the stuff that happens. And it turns out that he is the brother of Cluia, who apparently is Cecil's father. Which means Cecil is at least half Lunarian. That is not important though. Fusoya joins our party in order to stop Golbez from doing bad stuff. Now Fusoya is kind of an interesting character. He does have a reasonable amount of HP and MP and knows all of the spells. Like, literally all of them. So that's pretty good about him. His MP pool is kind of limited, but we have the MP underflow, so there is a nice way around that. But if you notice, Fusoya is level 50, which at this point you should be about level 40 at least. We're level 20. That's not good. That's not very good. We're gonna have to make some adjustments. Like, we could definitely do the next area without leveling up, but the final boss is gonna be kind of a stretch without leveling. So, coming up, we are going to have a small grinding segment that hopefully goes well. It'll still take a little bit, but hopefully we're going to be able to do that properly. I'm going to save your video game, streamer. Yes. Alright, back to Earth to stop Golbez. Beard gives him power, indeed. Okay. Now, we come back here, and we notice we couldn't stop Golbez in time. He did actually manage to do one of the things he wanted to do. He's going to activate the Giant of Babil. A gigantic robot that wants to destroy, or that is supposed to destroy. Oh no. We're too late. We can't stop it. Game over again. Man, we're losing a lot in this game, I just realized. Oh no, it's too late. We can't stop it anymore. But wait, what's this? Lolly-ho! The dwarves are here! And Yang, he's alive too! Amazing! Everyone is here! And look, it's the twins! And even Edward. Now they're gonna fight against the giants. And Fusoya notices that the giant is not in control anymore, and we can find an opening to actually get into the giant and destroy it from within. Ha! Alrighty. Now I did mention there's going to be a grinding segment, and this is the biggest reason to actually follow the step route, because I know exactly what encounters are ahead, right? All of the step routes for this category, because you do have to grind, are tailored towards finding the perfect grind fight in this giant right here, and that's what we are going to do. So, in the past, we basically just kind of rolled the dice, / had the backup to like load the save and know kind of when we are going to get the grind fight, but with the step routes, if we follow it up until here, we can tell exactly where on the way we get it, which saves a bunch of time. This one's particularly bad, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. This one's no good. How many extras is it? Actually, I can save before the grind fight, I think, technically. So this room is the first room where it's possible to find the grind fight, but my grind fight is in the next room, actually. This looks like a grind fight, but it's not one. Unless Exodon is lying to me. Alright, it's time to menu. Not you. You. Alright, so we don't have to, but we do want to underflow Fusoya's MP, just in case. Perfect. You first. You get a dancing dagger. You unequip the cat claw. You get the change rods, the Gaia hat, the rune armlets. You get the Lunar staff, the wizard hat, the wizard robe, and most importantly, you unequip the dwarf axe for now. And we have to move around our party. And last but not least, one for some of Fusoya spells. Alright. I'm gonna focus for this one, but basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a life glitch in order to get more experience out of the enemies than I should. So this searcher is going to summon D machines, which are the best XP in this area. And I'm gonna use that to my advantage and kill as many of those as possible. Once I use a life on when they die on them, then they will basically die again, giving me double the XP. And my goal here is to get 2 lives in at the same time. Okay, 3. I have to count, sorry. Perfect. Time skip. 6. We want 18 in total. Nine. Every time I use the life, it basically revives and dies again immediately. Also known as the Vitality Zero glitch. $12. $15. Okay. 18. Perfect. Very nice fight. Rude. I like to have at least one person alive for that, but that's fine. And we're gonna funnel all of our XP at once into Rosa. That was a really good grind fight. Now, I talked about the Phantom Party earlier. This also means that Kane will receive all of this experience, because spoilers, he's gonna rejoin again. Alright, this is also where we say goodbye to the step route, because I'm going to go and save. Like, I think that's the smart play. I should heal. I didn't equip the Vortex either. I didn't need to revive. That's wrong game, but I do need to equip this. This is important. Right, let's go safe. Goodbye, Step Route. It was nice knowing you. But the upcoming fights, even though we just got 1 billion levels, are still tight. So we don't want to chance that. Right, first up, elements! Ideally, we're gonna kill them before they transition to Kainazu. We shall see how that works out in practice. Don't like that you hit her. Nice. Nice. 1. Good damage. 2. Perfect. Not so good damage. 3. So whenever you reflect spells, scripts can't get activated, so this guy was already supposed to be in Rubicante form right now, but he's not because I reflect the spells, and that's also the big way of me killing. Can I get another reflect then? I doubt it, but we'll try. Oh baby. That might actually just kill him straight up then. We'll find out. We're safe, that's the most important thing. Yeah, it just straight up killed him. That's nice. But yeah, if you reflect, the scripts can't get activated. And the 4 fiends here are basically 2 enemies, like what's supposed to happen before you deplete their HP, like Mylon and Rubicante are 1. What's supposed to happen is that you... I'm gonna try to go for this. Surely fine. No, I didn't want to heal her. Well, it's too late now. What's supposed to happen is, like, it should switch before, way before you can kill them off. It's annoying, but we're gonna be fine. Okay, wall is at the right time. Naturally. Now CPU is a bit of an annoying enemy. Because when you kill the 2 nodes, which have not a lot of HP, he uses Globe 199, which will one-shot your characters. And he has a wall on himself, so I can't actually directly attack him with spells. And I'm using spellcasters, obviously, in order to do damage, so what I have to do is like time my walls perfectly here in order to prevent him using Globe 199. While still killing them off. Okay, that was nice. Now, the one thing that I really don't like about this is that I accidentally healed Rydia, which is fine, in theory, but now the final boss can damage roll me, because Rosa didn't get enough XP here. I don't like that, but, I mean, this part the bosses worked out perfectly fine, very good fights. Just because I accidentally hit Rydia, she got some of the XP there. Not optimal, but eh. That's what I just did! I reflected the spells of Rosa. Rydia does like XP. I could try. There's a strat where, since Rydia got virus, there is a strat with more than one elixir that you can use that is apparently safe, but I've never done it before. I just know how to go all out, so I mean, that's what we're gonna do. There's like no in between there. It's a safe strat. I don't like safe. Safe sounds wrong. Alright. But yeah, for safety, because I did the safety save, we have now abandoned the step route, which means the descent is probably going to be a disaster, but you gotta do what you gotta do, eh? In fact, I will probably go buy elixirs, so I can, in case the final boss fight does go wrong, if I do have elixirs, I can at least back it up. Potentially. Now, there is that one damage roll that does kill Rosa, which is basically GG, unfortunately, because she didn't get the extra level, but hey, what can you do? If that happens, and that's that. We're counting damage somewhat. Like, I don't use a calculator, but I do have a pretty reasonable feel for what the damage numbers are. Like, I'm generally a big fan of actually doing math in my head. Imagine that. No math, please. But oh no, I've never been damaged by Zeromus. Definitely not twice before. Yeah, so far so good. Honestly, it went a lot better than, especially the giant. Like, a lot of the run was not so great, but the giant part here was pretty good. Like, good grind fights, good fiends fights. In fact, really good fiends fight actually. Because we got a fourth cure 4 off reflected. Pretty amazing. CPU was nice too. I mean, I can do the Gungnir Spear if you want to, but that's wasting time. Well, according to Rivers.com, you can do exactly the same I do with the Gungnir Spear. So I'm gonna assume that it should work exactly the same. Anyways, so normally we would fly to the final dungeon now. We found out that Golbez is actually Cecil's brother. Wow, and he was mind controlled as well by someone called Zemus. Hello, my friends. 20 elixirs, thank you. Cheers. So normally you would only get the one elixir I have right now, but this will give me a reasonable shot at backing up in case things go wrong. Oh yeah, and Pusoya basically... Nice. Went and removed the mind control from Golbez. Now they went ahead of us to stop Zemus on their own, because, you know, Golbez wants to make amends, and Pusoya is like, well, I'm the Guardian anyways, I should stop him, so they go together. And we're just kind of like, well, maybe we can help, so we're going after. But yeah, you will notice Kane's HP is pretty high, as I mentioned. He got the XP in the background as well from my grind earlier. Oh yeah, I'm not sure who is in control right now of the timer and stuff. But it will be very apparent on the final boss. once it starts flashing. Smiley face. Hopefully on the first try. Alrighty then, it is time for the final dungeon. So the, one big part about the step routing as well, I mean I mentioned I'm off now, but the final dungeon, especially at the very end, has enemies that go before you. The worst one of them being the red dragons. So step routes, generally speaking, are trying to avoid those encounters. However, since I'm off now, I'm sure we're going to find one or two friends at the very end. And that will lose us a bit of time, but that's okay. The first part of the dungeon, the Lunar subterranean here, is pretty straightforward. You can run away from everything here in the first couple floors. It's mostly just walking down. This is a very interesting, like, final area. There is a lot of optional bosses you can fight here for, like, very good gear. With very interesting gimmicks, too. Like, definitely, in my opinion, one of the better final dungeons in the video game. Maybe I should have just killed these, actually. Probably a bad idea. We don't have hourglasses, feels bad. Yeah, we're mostly just walking down. There's two things on the way that I'm going to pick up for safety. They are probably not going to save me, but hey, we're gonna try, I guess. One of them being the Protect Ring, which is going to give us, well, more protection. Duh. And a white robe to increase our magic on Rosa. To the pink puff room? Sadly, no. No, the leveling is done. We just used that one fight, which took 3 minutes, I think? 3 minutes and 20 seconds to get our 50 levels, or whatever it is. I mean, 2 level 50, not 50 levels. And we got the white robe right there. Alrighty. Yeah. White robe, protect ring. Arcane will need some help as well. He gets a headband, black belt, and the strength ring to be a bit more, a bit stronger. No, that's not the one. That's the one. There you go. Got the formation set up. So, the plan for the final boss is exactly the same as with the elements. The final boss, since this game has number limitations on HP, the final boss is supposed to like have 180,000 HP, but in reality what happens is he gets an HP refill if you hit him after you've done a certain amount of damage. So, in order to circumvent that, we are going to try and reflect the white at the right time, and then do enough damage to kill him in one fell swoop. But that is a very risky strategy. It's also very fast if it works, but it is very risky. Okay, we take Evil Master. This is where red dragons appear regularly. Let's see how many friends we can find. Oh yeah, by the way, I saved this to final save point, which is very annoying actually. It's very far away from the actual final boss. Oh dear. I want my step rope back. Oh, surely we're not gonna get any encounters for the next 200 steps. Nani? Well, no red dragons yet. That's a bonus. Stop calculating what my odds would be to get a pigtail, please. Okay. Pick up a ninja star here for throwing. Ah! But it's a double, so he's only going to attack physically, which is not that bad. Ow, stop it. I should heal that. Is she... Alright. Alright! Yeah, that's not bad, actually, for not having a step route. There was a lot of encounters, but only one red dragon, and it was together with a behemoth. If red dragons are alone, they're far more dangerous, because they use an attack called Heat Ray, which does a lot of damage to the entire party. Let me check actually what the... Ah, he's gonna hit me. What would have been my destiny if I was still on step route? Oh, red dragon times 3, I see. I'll dodge that bullet. We got everything set up, I think. Alright, it's time to go into cutscene land! So we, of course, join Golbus and Fusilia while they're fighting Zemus here. Also Lunarian, by the way, like a normal human. Normal Lunarian, I guess. But, yeah. Do the Meteo! Chat, can you do the Meteo? He's ready. Silly. I don't think so. And they defeated him. GG! Easy. Why was I even worried about the final boss? I don't know. But wait, he's not dead? Uh-oh. Turns out he has so much hate in him that he transformed him into... Zeromus. And this guy, he likes meteors. It's no use! Use the crystal! You, the man of... Darkness using it does. Don't mean anything too. Me, you fools! Well, dang. And we died again, game over. That's like the 5th time this run. Alright, back on Earth. They do notice that we are in a pinch, so... they are going to start praying for us. And with the power of friendship... we can try to have a go at the final boss. I'm not sure if it's actually going to work out, but, you know. Golbus is gonna give me the crystal because I'm a paladin and a good boy. I might be able to just do something about Zeromus with that. Alright. So, I mean, I explained the basic strategy. We're gonna get the cutscene here where they all give us their energy. I'm gonna have to count damage, and it's really precise. And there is still just a chance that the game screws me over, so... the reason I'm running, by the way, this saves time because, like, if you are not running, like, you save a bunch of, like, lag frames here. Adds up to quite a bit, I think 8 seconds or something. It's quite a lot. But yeah, this is very precise, what I'm about to try to do. 12 seconds even. Even better. So, I'm gonna focus. Hopefully we can get it done, and hopefully if I miss it, I can back it up. Like, that would be ideal. But we shall see. We shall see. It's the end, Zeromus. Okay, so far so good. I should also be running during that, but... Alright, wish me luck! It's pretty high. Okay. Alright, that's all I can do. That was low. That's not good. $81.64. There could be time now. It's time! Nice! Ah! Chi-chi! Ah! Perfect! Woo! Got him. Sorry for that. I didn't give like a good heads up on time, but it's this fight is a doozy. I will tell you, because if that didn't kill, I was dead. And there's nothing I could do about it if I get a bad damage roll there. Very nice, very nice. Good stuff. I lost 2 minutes at the end to like the safety stuff and not being on step route, but that doesn't matter. Ah! Here's a Graham! Thank you very much for the GGs. I do hope you enjoyed this run. I gave it my best. Thank you very much for to Exoden, by the way, given all kinds of explanations and details in between in chat. Cheers, dude. I do appreciate that. I can... I don't know how far ahead we are now. I can definitely let the credits play out. They are about 10 minutes long. Just let me know. Otherwise, thank you very much for letting me play this video game. Appreciate it, appreciate it. I mentioned this at the start, like, this was my actual first RPG speedrun 10 years ago. And it's kind of funny to, like, still, like, go back now and run it again for an event. It's like, this was also the first speedrun I did for a big event as well, for the FF456 relay. It's a special place for me, this game, even though this game is very brutal when it comes to like you trying to actually like get a good PB, but yeah. Oh. My PB, by the way, is a 308. 308.13. I can't handle that 10 years have passed. Me neither, Lisa. Me neither. But yeah, just let me know if I should let it run. No problem. It's nice credits. You get to see what they all do. And we get the wedding of Sessa and Rosa. This was an okay run, mostly. Like, there were a couple parts that were definitely bad. Like, I mean, I say bad. Everything was fine, really. Like, especially considering it's a marathon. But if I would put it on, like, higher standards, like, some stuff was definitely questionable, but it's kind of whatever. If you get through this game these days without, like, actually having to reload a save at some point, it's pretty good. Let it run. Let it run. Shall do. Lufia 2 was the first RPG I routed all by myself. That was also very special to me, obviously. But yeah, back when I did that, there was no real route RTA for Lufia 2. There was a segmented run from Dragon Darch, who was in the marathon earlier with 7th Saga. Very cool guy, and I took some stuff from him, but gave it my own touch as well. Dave, the time was screwed up before I did the run. We were 20 minutes ahead beforehand. But the ending accounts for the estimate as well, so that's all good there. Thanks everyone for coming out, by the way. I saw a lot of people like popped in raids as well. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Like, that's very, very kind of you. Again, hope you enjoyed what I tried to do here. Yeah, Berserk, I mean, you call that a mistake. It's not really... Sometimes the game just won't let you, you know? Like, when the turns don't line up in some fights, then it's just kinda... And the biggest problem I have, because, I mean, I mentioned this briefly an hour in, I'm running on the 1.1 version of the game, which doesn't do, like, the funny, fancy trash can carrots throwing stuff, because it can't. And by default, that route gets, because they do that, they automatically get more experience in those fights, which helps them having an easier time to get a level 19 Cane before Valvalis. Nah, the mid game was definitely questionable. We made it work, but it was questionable. At best. I was certainly, because of like the deaths in some fights, I was afraid Sessa was gonna be 22. The last time I had Sessa level 22, the biggest problem is that Fiends and CPU are really bad, then possible but bad. The final boss, funnily enough, still works out just fine on 22. I specifically tested that, but yeah. Yeah, I like to run my games if possible, like on actual like original stuff. Like I could just run 1.0 on a flash card. I mean, it wouldn't be the worst thing to do, but I do like me that physical copy. That's just a me thing though. Like, I mean, they are tough casual plays at this point, honestly. I mean, FF6 is good. FF5, I would play the PRs for 4 and 5 if I were you. 6 is very playable on SNES, so like has enough quality of life there already that it's not too obnoxious. But 4 and 5 are rough casual plays these days. I have all the PlayStation versions of all the SNES FFs and Chrono Trigger, of course, naturally. And the Pixel remasters are mostly fine, really. They could be better, of course, but they're mostly fine. They do the job they're supposed to. If you've already played them though, then it's probably the SNES ones are going to be fine for you. But just if somebody were to go into like 4 or 5 blind these days, rough. Rough. Yeah, I think you have to be an aficionado though. Like, you can't just sit anybody in front of like the games and they like it. Oh, they are plenty fast for me, B dude. I just I started sweating on the final boss. I'm not sure about you. Plenty fast for me. Plenty fast for me. Yeah, I guess it depends on how you play. If you're speedrunning, like everything is of course very tight, so like naturally it's gonna be fast enough. Bye, Golbez. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I don't have a 1.0 card. I could have gotten one, but like... Do you really need to? It is sort of rough. Fun fact, by the way, the card I'm playing on is the card I own since I was but a wee lad. This cart is 30 years old. It's been in this household that long. And it's still running. Now that I've said that, it's gonna like just completely shut off, isn't it? It's fine. I've already said that on my own stream actually plenty of times, and it's still running. So like, I mean, what do I know? It is fascinating to me that like, especially the SNES has like, they just won't die, the cards. It's amazing, and then I'm pretty sure I've had to replace every PlayStation game at this point that I've played more than like 40 hours. At least once. Magical, honestly. It's a rough estimate. Like, not every PlayStation game. I have some that I still have that I've played like hundreds of hours and they still work, obviously. But like, you know, I was being overly dramatic. And they all lived happily ever after. Until the after years, which we don't talk about. Ahem! Oh dear. No, I didn't start this debate. After years were fine. I think the biggest issue is if you want to play it in one go, because that's not how it's supposed to be played, right? Like, it was supposed to be, like, played story by story for, like, you know... I don't actually know how far apart they released the stories, but probably between 2 and 4 weeks. Anyways, that will do it for me. Thank you very, very much again for like coming out, watching, and chatting with me. I do hope you enjoyed the run. Next up, we got Dragon Fabul, so stay tuned for that. Thanks to the Questing of for Glory admins to let me play this game instead of Chrono Trigger. I appreciate that a lot, guys. Anyways, thank you and stay tuned. Peace!